Hey everyone, I just came back from NVIDIA GTC 2024 held in San Jose, California, and I'm excited to share my experience and highlight the most fascinating insights I got from there. Before diving into event details, let me offer a philosophical perspective for you to have a bigger picture of what is happening. If I were to summarize GTC 2024 in a single word, it would be transcendence. To avoid confusion with the movie title, let me define the word for you. It refers to a state of surpassing the limitations of physical existence. What does it mean? I view this event as a gigantic force of very smart people with the most capital in the world working on the most mind-blowing projects. Let's talk about NVIDIA's CEO keynote first.
I hope you realize this is not a concert.
I will summarize what Jensen Huang was talking about during his keynote, which was attended by 17,000 people, by the way. He introduced Blackwell, which is a new and significantly advanced GPU platform named after mathematician David Blackwell. It is 30% more powerful than its predecessor Hopper and reduces the cost and energy consumption by 25 times.
It's okay, Hopper. When we were told that Blackwell's ambitions were beyond the limits of physics, the engineer said, "So what?" And so this is what happened.
It was told a lot about emergence of generative AI. NVIDIA has been at the forefront of AI's evolution with its technologies enabling breakthroughs like ChatGPT. He noted that he personally delivered the first hardware to OpenAI when they were starting.
I hand-delivered the very first DGX-1 to a startup located in San Francisco called OpenAI.
So he was basically pointing out that NVIDIA's role in the development of generative AI is huge. He talked about Omniverse and digital twins, which are basically virtual world simulations.
For their newest factory, Wistron started with a digital twin to virtually integrate their multi-CAD and process simulation data into a unified view. Testing and optimizing layouts in this physically accurate digital environment increased worker efficiency by 51%. During construction, the Omniverse digital twin was used to verify that the physical build matched the digital plans. Identifying any discrepancies early has helped avoid costly change orders.
They're helping to make a simulation of real workspaces, for example, to safely train robots there before real-world deployment to factory. Omniverse is being used for everything from robotics to environmental simulations, having a big role in the future of design and engineering. Also, Jensen highlighted NVIDIA's achievement in bringing accelerated computing to a wide range of industries beyond IT, such as healthcare, transportation, and manufacturing. He noted how NVIDIA's technology is solving complex problems and transforming traditional industries by providing high-performance computing. Jensen announced that NVIDIA is partnering with companies like Ansys, Synopsys, and Cadence. These partnerships are set to accelerate the entire ecosystem of engineering simulation with Ansys, chip design with Synopsys, and electronic design automation and system design automation tools with Cadence. In summary, NVIDIA's CEO was trying to prove how important was the role of NVIDIA in the past and that it will be even more important in the future. And he did prove it. Just look at the stock. Let's jump into GTC exhibitions where many innovative companies were presenting their physical products. And I will start with robotics. I want to express my deep regrets to all the waiters, baristas, landscapers, dogs, and actually to all humans. You will get replaced, and I'm just joking, guys. Or maybe not. So these folks can act as a waiter, and I think many robots in the service industry will evolve looking cute, and that is how business owners will get tips as a part of their revenue. Why would anybody need such a complicated mechanism to make coffee when you can just buy this? Because the coffee it makes tastes much better. I'm telling you, this is even better than Starbucks. And I think that it looks really cool, and if you want to commercialize it, it actually can be used instead of human barista. Many people will absolutely love it, but I mean, it's like with robotaxis. Mostly people like them, but not everybody.
Iced Americano is ready. It tastes better if you stir it before drinking.
It's good. This is a lawnmower from Moasa. Basically, it acts similar to vacuum robots, automatically generates a map of the area and stuff like that. Pay around $1,500 and it will take care of your lawn.
So we have two innovation in the industry. One is like we are using the rail mower.
Oh,
wow. So this is the rail mower. So the rail mower is different from the rotary one. It's just like the same cutting mechanism in the golf field or soccer field. But we integrated that with the robot. Okay. So this is the first in the industry who can do that.
All those simulated robots looked really interesting, but there was no actual demonstration of what they can do, and that's probably due to safety reasons. Hopefully next time I see them, they will do something. But robotic dogs were very aggro. One day I'm definitely buying one and programming to run and bark at people walking on the other side of my fence. Now let's check out some of the computer vision presented. There was a lot of it at GTC. This camera analyzes what is happening in real time and output text with the description of your actions. There was one more like that from Siemens, which gave me tic-tacs for a dance. I just imagine how beneficial it can be for security purposes. Trained properly, it could detect thefts, assaults, and even terror attacks and report it to police immediately. Time matters in those situations, but obvious downside is that as soon as dictatorships get their hands on it, they're going to be able to control people even more. Here's a camera from VVDN Technologies, which instead of red, green, and blue sees in 96 colors. There is a lot of data which goes beyond what human eye can see, which is very useful in many situations. For example, in agriculture, that data can help you to learn more about condition of plants you're growing. Let's say we cut a broccoli in half, and there is something that naked eye cannot see. So if we put the broccoli in front of this camera, we will be able to tell if it has some harmful bacteria in it. This camera system presented by Via Robotics can tell what is the fabric of your clothes from a very big distance. When I was a kid, I always thought that it was sad that dogs can only see in black and white, not like humans. Now with this technology, that is actually funny. Kinetic Vision, in collaboration with Navis, made a system which can help you create a model of space in Omniverse, which NVIDIA CEO talked about during his keynote. You just need to walk through space, make stops, and get the model. Then you can optimize your workflow to increase speed and reduce risks at your space in real world. This is a drive-through optimization system from a company called Fingermark. They use camera vision to analyze the wait time of each customer. This one I really want to succeed on the market. I just hate long waits in the drive-thrus. If somebody from In-N-Out is watching this, guys, you absolutely need to integrate AI. Your drive-thru lanes are just too long. Let's start shifting to AV vehicle category. Here's Nuro, a fully autonomous delivery car which can deliver packages and food. It has cooling and heating loading zones. So if, for example, you order a pizza, it will be 100% hot when you get it, and your acai bowl will not get melted when delivered. The thing I really like is that smaller robots which move on sidewalks are easy to get vandalized, but this one is still small but looks more like an actual car and is moving on the roads, which probably significantly reduces risks. By the way, I have an upcoming video about robotaxis where I do street interviews and ask what do people think about them. So you can check it out on my channel soon, or depending on when you're watching this, maybe it's available already. Here is a short preview. Do you like it?
We love it way more. Is it with technology? Yeah.
Waymo tells us nobody was inside the vehicle at the time.
I would be open to trying an autonomous vehicle.
Like we're living in, you know what I mean, the future now. It ain't the Flintstones no more.
A group of people surrounded the car and started attacking it.
We're going to become a second or third world country eventually.
Alright, let's get back to GTC, and now you're looking at a Robobus, which is actually a fully autonomous and doesn't even have a steering wheel. It has 8 seats and they are already operating in China. Here is level 4 autonomous semi-truck from Aurora, which is in operation in Texas already. They have a fleet of 20 trucks driven daily between Dallas and Houston. It has 25 sensors, can detect objects from a distance of 400 meters. It sees really well even in dense fog. A lot of interesting stuff regarding autonomous vehicles was discussed in sessions held by AV experts, and they came to each speaker after the end of their sessions and asked what would be their personal prognosis on when there will be more robotaxis than human drivers. First of all, nobody said that it will not happen, and all of them were sure that the profession of Uber driver and truck driver will go away. It's just their opinion difference, in the matter of what will happen first, trucks or cars. By the way, US military has a giant interest in AI. As I attended the conference and different sessions with different speakers, I've met a lot of people who are directly working for the US Army or developing something for them. Before attending GTC, I hadn't even heard of such positions, and they gave public talks discussing how important is it to integrate AI technology into the US Army, and that it is going slow due to the whole organizational structure being slow in general, and due to potential safety risks. I really like this guy, and it is not because of his epic name. He was in the army, then he left to work in the corporate, and then returned back to the army with his experience, and now he's trying to make government adoption of AI happen faster. There was a politician from EU whose name was Gerard de Graaf. He gave a really interesting perspective on why it is good to regulate AI. He mentioned safety and equality and whatever politicians usually say, but he told that we might need an UBI soon. For somebody who is unfamiliar with this term, it means universal basic income. It is like a concept of government giving out money to its citizens because first there will be a lot of job losses with achievement of AGI, and economy will change overall. I'm not an economist, I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but I'm happy to see politicians trying to get ready for major changes caused by AI revolution. In the end of this video, I want you guys to think about something. Consider how our grandparents might have appeared hesitant to embrace computers, seemingly trapped in the past due to their slow adaptation. However, their reluctance to adopt new technology was somewhat understandable. In contrast, our generation's challenge in keeping up with technological advancements will be exponentially greater, akin to be 1,000 times more significant. This means that we risk becoming completely disconnected from the future. My analogy here highlights how rapidly AI development is progressing. The advent of computers and the internet revolutionized our world, but the AI revolution is set to magnify those changes by 1,000-fold. Thank you for watching and subscribe.